He opened his eyes slowly. But the ceiling above him was not from Earth. Soft blue lights moved across his silver dome. The air was sweet, too sweet, almost like flowers mixed with heat. His chest rose fast, his heart pounded. He sat up. The surface beneath him was smooth, cold, and glowing faintly. It wasn't a bed, it was a platform. A circle of symbols glowed around it. And then he heard them, whispers, low, soft, feminine voices. He turned his head. 6 tall women stood around him. Their skin shimmered like different shades of silver and bronze. Their hair moved as if touched by an invisible breeze, glowing faintly under the strange lights. Their eyes all different colors, golden, violet. Crimson watched him with hunger. One stepped closer. Her lips curved slowly into a smile. The human, finally awake. He tried to speak, but his throat was dry. Where am I? What do you want from me? Another woman laughed softly, the sound warm but dangerous. What do we want? Look at him, strong body, wide shoulders. Yes, he is perfect. They moved closer, their steps echoing on the metallic floor. He noticed their robes thin, almost transparent, clinging to their forms. His mouth went dry for another reason now. One brushed her hand against his cheek. You belong to us now, do not be afraid. He flinched back. Belong? To you? I'm not some kind of toy. The tallest one leaned down, her face inches from his. Her breath was warm, sweet, making his skin shiver. Not a toy, human. A seed. His eyes widened. A seed? She nodded slowly, her fingers tracing his chest. You will give life to the one who wins you. He pulled back, confused, heart racing faster. Wins me? What the hell does that mean? Another alien woman licked her lips, tilting her head. Among us, only one may claim you. Only one will carry your child. The others must fight for the right. His stomach dropped. This wasn't just abduction. This was something darker, stranger. You can't be serious. The women exchanged glances, their smiles both playful and sharp. One whispered, "He doesn't believe us." Another replied, "He will, once the games begin." The tallest one placed her hand on his thigh, squeezing gently. Do not worry, human. You will not suffer. In fact, you may enjoy it more than you admit. He froze, every nerve in his body alert. Her touch was bold, teasing. The other women moved closer, surrounding him like predators. Their beauty was overwhelming, almost unreal. But behind it, he could feel their desperation. Why me? He demanded. His voice cracked. Why a human? One of them leaned close, her lips brushing his ear as she whispered, "Because only your kind can save us, and only your seed can give us power." The words sent a chill down his spine. He pulled away, his body trembling. This is insane. They laughed softly, like a chorus. The sound was beautiful, yet filled with hunger. Another woman crouched before him, her glowing violet eyes locked on his. Do not fight it. Many humans dream of this. 6 women, all fighting to bear his child. She smiled wickedly. Your dream, your nightmare. Which will it be? He tried to stand, but the platform pulsed beneath him, holding him in place. The glowing symbols grew brighter, almost binding him. The tallest one whispered, "Do not waste energy. Tonight, your fate begins. Tomorrow the tournament starts." His chest tightened. Tournament. That word echoed inside him. They weren't joking. They were deadly serious. 6 alien women. Beautiful, dangerous. And all of them wanted the same thing. Him. They stepped back now, their robes shifting as they moved. Each woman's eyes stayed fixed on him, sharp and possessive. He could see the tension between them. Even here, even now, they looked ready to fight each other. One of them hissed quietly to the others, "He will choose me. His seed will be mine." The woman beside her snarled back, "Not before I break you." Their voices rose, their bodies tense. He realized this wasn't just desire, this was rivalry. These women would tear each other apart for him. He swallowed hard. Sweat rolled down his neck. His body betrayed him, heat rising in ways he didn't want to admit. They noticed. Of course they noticed. One leaned in, smiling knowingly. See, his body already agrees, even if his mouth says no. He looked at her, breathless, trapped between fear and temptation. And then the chamber doors opened with a deep metallic groan. Blinding light spilled in. A voice echoed from the hall, low and commanding. Bring the human. The trials begin at dawn. The 6 women turned, their eyes flashing with fury. The games were about to start. He gripped the edge of the platform, his heart hammering in his chest. He wasn't ready. Not for this. And yet, deep inside, one thought burned hotter than the rest. If only one of them wins, what will they do to me before the fighting even begins? Cliffhanger question for comments. Which alien woman do you think will try to seduce him first before the tournament starts? Asterisk. He woke up again to the sound of footsteps. Soft, graceful, echoing against the silver walls. This time, the 6 alien women were not circling him like predators. They were lined up in front of him, tall and proud, their glowing robes shifting with every movement. One stepped forward. She carried a long staff, the tip glowing like fire. Her voice was steady, commanding. Human, listen well. You are no longer a visitor. You are the prize. The others smirked, their eyes never leaving his body. The word prize made his stomach twist. What do you mean, prize? He asked carefully. Another woman, with violet eyes and hair that shimmered like water, leaned closer, smiling. It means we fight for you. Whoever wins takes you. Whoever loses must never touch you. He blinked, confused, nervous. You mean like some kind of game show? They laughed, soft and dangerous. The tallest one's smile widened. No. Game show, human. A sacred tournament. A battle of strength, of wit, and of desire. The word desire hung heavy in the air. He felt his chest tighten. The violet-eyed woman crouched before him, her robe sliding off her shoulder, revealing smooth skin that shimmered under the light. She tilted her head, teasing. You should feel honored. 6 women, all willing to fight for the right to bear you inside them. He froze, heat rushing through him. His voice came out shaky. You say that like I get no say in this. The one with golden eyes stepped forward, glaring at the others. He doesn't choose. We choose. His seed is too precious to be wasted on weakness. The others hissed at her, their voices sharp, their bodies tense. Already, he could see the rivalry boiling over. He raised his hands, trying to calm himself. Wait, what if I don't want this? The tallest one's smile turned sharper. She bent close, whispering in his ear, her lips almost brushing his skin. Oh, human. Your body will betray you before your mouth does. It already has. His face burned. She was right. He hated that she was right. The violet-eyed one ran her hand slowly across his chest, nails grazing lightly. You can resist with words, but your heart is racing. Your heat is rising. She smiled wickedly. We hear it. We feel it. He swallowed hard, trying to look away. Then the woman with crimson hair slammed her staff against the floor. Sparks flew, the sound making the chamber tremble. Enough teasing. The rules must be told. The others fell silent, though their eyes still lingered on him hungrily. She stepped forward, voice low and sharp. 6 will fight. Only one will win. She alone may touch him, claim him, carry him. Until then, no woman may lay with him. Her words hung heavy. The 6 women exchanged fierce glances, their rivalry burning hotter. He exhaled, trying to process it. So, I just sit here while you fight? Like some kind of trophy? The golden-eyed one smirked. Not just a trophy. A prize worth blood. You will watch, you will see who is worthy. And when the winner stands above the rest, you will give her what she wants most. He shook his head slowly. This is insane. The violet-eyed one leaned closer again, whispering in his ear with a sly grin. Insane? Maybe. Exciting? Definitely. Tell me, human. Do you secretly hope the wildest one wins, or the gentlest? His lips parted, but no words came out. He didn't know the answer himself. The tallest one raised her staff high. Tomorrow, at dawn, the battles begin. Until then, you remain here. No one touches you. No one claims you. But the way they stared at him, he wasn't so sure they'd obey. He lay back against the platform, his chest heavy with fear and something else he couldn't hide. His body trembled, not from cold, but from the heat of 6 pairs of eyes locked on him. And in that silence he wondered, if only one can win, how far will the others go to break the rules before the tournament even begins? Cliffhanger question for comments. Do you think one of the alien women will sneak into his chamber tonight, before the fight starts? The chamber lights dimmed as dawn arrived, the air thick with tension. He was led out by 2 guards, their armor glowing faintly. The 6 alien women were already gathered in a vast arena, silver walls, high arches, and a floor marked with glowing circles. He stood at the center, his wrists free but his heart locked tight. He could feel every gaze on him. The women weren't just beautiful now. They were dangerous, ready to fight for him. The tallest one raised her hand, her voice echoing through the arena. Today begins the trials. 6 enter. 1 leaves with the right to claim him. The women spread apart, eyes burning with rivalry. Their bodies shifted, robes falling away into tighter garments, revealing strong curves, smooth skin, and glowing tattoos that shimmered with power. His throat tightened as he tried not to stare. 2 stepped forward, first violet eyes and crimson hair. They circled each other slowly, their movements graceful but sharp. The human whispered to himself, "This isn't real. This can't be real." But then the fight began. Crimson hair lunged, her staff sparking with red energy. Violet eyes spun aside, her robe flowing like water. They clashed, their weapons striking with blinding flashes. The air vibrated with power, but their eyes kept flicking toward him, as if he was the true weapon here. Every strike, every dodge, was meant to impress him. Violet eyes smirked mid-fight, her voice carrying across the arena. "Human. Tell me, do you like speed or strength?" He froze, heat rushing to his face. Was she seriously flirting while fighting? Crimson hair growled, slamming her staff down with a blast that shook the ground. "He doesn't care for words. He wants fire. And I burn hotter than you ever could." Their battle grew fiercer, yet somehow seductive. Movements that revealed, strikes that teased. The human shifted uncomfortably, his body betraying him again. The other women watched hungrily from the sidelines, their hands clenching, itching for their turn. One of them whispered with a sly smile, "Look at him. He can't hide his reaction. Soon he will beg to be taken." The fight built to a climax. Violet eyes darted in, her blade glowing blue, striking Crimson's staff aside. She spun, leapt high, and landed with her weapon pressed to Crimson's throat. The arena fell silent. Violet Eye's chest rose and fell as she looked at the human, her lips curling into a wicked smile. First victory, first claim. The other. Women hissed, their jealousy sharp as knives. She dropped her weapon and walked toward him, hips swaying slowly. Every step made his pulse race faster. She stopped just inches from him, her finger lifting his chin. "Do you see, human? I fight for you. I bleed for you. And when I win, I'll take what is mine." Her voice dropped lower, teasing. "Unless you'd rather test me here, before the next round." His lips parted, breath caught in his chest. The others erupted in anger. Crimson hair screamed, leaping up despite her loss. You will not touch him yet. The rules are clear. The tallest woman slammed her staff, sparks exploding in the air. Enough. No claiming until the final trial. But Violet Eyes didn't step back. Her finger lingered on his lips, her smile wicked. Rules can break, human. Tell me, should I break them for you? His heart thundered, his body burned. And he knew one wrong word might change everything. Cliffhanger question for comments. Should the human let Violet Eyes break the rules and take him before the others get their chance? Asterisk, the arena had gone silent after the first fight. The human's pulse still raced, his eyes locked on Violet Eyes, who had nearly broken the rules just to touch him. But night came fast. And with it, temptation. He was escorted back to his chamber, the same glowing platform waiting for him. Guards left him alone, doors sealing tight with a heavy metallic sound. He lay back, staring at the ceiling, his mind torn between fear and a heat he couldn't ignore. Then, a shadow slipped through the door. He sat up quickly. Who's there? The light shifted, and Violet Eyes stepped out from the darkness. Her robe had been replaced with something thinner, lighter, that clung to her every curve. Her lips curved into a smile. Don't be afraid. The guards think I'm gone. But I had to see you. He stood, backing toward the wall. The rules, didn't they say no one touches me until the end? She tilted her head, walking closer, her hips swaying deliberately. Rules are for the weak. I didn't win today just to wait like a slave. Her voice was soft, almost like a whisper meant only for him. She reached out, fingers brushing his chest. You felt it too, didn't you, when I fought? I wasn't fighting her. I was fighting for you. His chest rose sharply. You shouldn't be here. She leaned closer, her breath warm against his neck. Maybe not. But tell me, human. Do you want me to leave? He froze. His body said one thing. His mind screamed another. Before he could answer, the door hissed again. A second shadow entered. Crimson hair. Her eyes burned with fury as she saw Violet's hand on him. You traitor. Breaking the law already? Violet smirked, not moving her hand. Jealous? Or just too slow? Crimson marched closer, her robe sliding from her shoulders, revealing strong, flawless skin. She pointed her staff at Violet, but her eyes stayed fixed on the human. He is not yours, not yet. The human raised his hands. Wait, both of you. But neither listened. They circled each other again, their bodies close. Tension thick. Violet whispered in his ear, loud enough for Crimson to hear. He doesn't need to wait for some tournament. He wants me now. I can smell it on him. Crimson growled, her voice sharp. You think so? Then maybe he should decide. Both women turned their eyes on him, hungry, desperate, daring. His throat tightened. Sweat rolled down his neck. I can't decide this. You'll kill each other. Violet leaned in, lips nearly touching his ear. Or maybe we'll kill each other trying to please you. Crimson stepped closer, her hand resting boldly on his arm. Or maybe he likes fire more than water. Tell me, human, which burns hotter for you? His chest pounded. His breath came fast. He was trapped between two alien women, their bodies close, their voices teasing, their rivalry burning. Hotter by the second, and deep inside, he knew the tournament wasn't the only danger. The real danger was what might happen before it even ended. Cliffhanger question for comments. If you were the human, would you let Violet Eyes seduce you first? Or let Crimson Hair fight for you in secret tonight? Asterisk, the chamber was still buzzing from the secret midnight visit. Violet Eyes had touched him. Crimson Hair had nearly claimed him. And now, the human knew something dangerous. These women were not going to follow the rules. He lay on the glowing platform, staring at the ceiling, mind racing. If he let them keep pushing, they would tear each other apart before the tournament even ended. And if he wasn't careful, he'd be crushed in the middle. But then a thought came to him. Maybe he couldn't outfight them. Maybe he couldn't outpower them, but he could outsmart them. When dawn came, the women gathered again. Their eyes burned with hunger, anger, jealousy. They were ready to fight, to bleed. But he lifted his hand, stopping them. "Wait," he said firmly. His voice shook a little, but he forced it strong. "If you're fighting for me, then prove it, not just with weapons. Prove it with me watching." The women froze. 6 pairs of eyes locked on him. Violet smirked, stepping forward first. "You want us to prove? I already did. You saw me defeat Crimson." Crimson growled, stepping closer. "He doesn't want tricks. He wants fire. He wants passion." The others hissed, circling like predators. One with golden eyes leaned down, smiling slyly. Or maybe the human wants more than fighting. Maybe he wants to see who can tempt him best. The human swallowed, keeping his face calm, though his chest burned. "Exactly. If you want me, don't just fight each other. Show me why I should want you." The women went silent. Then they exchanged looks, deadly, jealous, but curious too. The one with silver hair whispered, "Clever human. He wants to turn the tournament into his game." Violet laughed softly. "Smart, but dangerous." She leaned closer to him, her lips nearly brushing his ear. "Do you know what you've just done, human? You've invited us to seduce you." He stiffened, heat rushing through him. That wasn't exactly his plan. Or maybe it was. The tallest one slammed her staff to the floor, sparks flying. "The trials will continue. But the human's words are law. If he wishes to test you, then test him you shall." The women erupted into whispers, their rivalry sharper than ever. One brushed past him, her hand sliding across his chest. Another leaned close, whispering, "When I win, you'll never think of the others again." Every word, every touch was a weapon. He forced a shaky smile, trying to act in control, though his heart pounded like drums. Inside he thought, if I keep them jealous, keep them distracted, maybe they'll fight harder and I'll survive. But there was a risk. The more he teased them, the more they wanted him. The more they wanted him. The closer they came to breaking every rule. He looked at them now, 6 alien women glaring at each other with lust and fury, and he realized something terrifying. He was no longer just the prize of the tournament. He was the one setting the rules. And that power might be even more dangerous than their weapons. Cliffhanger question for comments. Was the human clever to tempt the alien women with his own game? Or did he just make them desperate enough to take him by force? The arena grew colder that night. The air carried a strange weight, heavier than before. The human sat on the glowing platform, still pretending to be calm, still hiding how much his heart was racing. But this time, the women weren't smiling. The tallest one stepped forward, her golden eyes serious. She raised her staff, her voice echoing across the chamber. "Human, you must know the truth. You are not here only for our pleasure. You are here for our survival." His chest tightened. He had expected games, lust, rivalry, but survival? "What do you mean?" His voice was sharp, almost breaking. The woman with silver hair moved closer. Her robe slipped from one shoulder, revealing glowing lines across her skin, but her eyes were full of sorrow. "Our people are dying. For centuries, we have tried to bear children, but our wombs are empty." Another alien added, voice low, filled with bitterness. "No matter how we try, our kind cannot continue, but human seed." She looked straight at him, her lips curling slowly. "Human seed lives. It can grow. Inside us, it can save us." He froze. His breath came shallow. "So that's why you brought me here. Not just for some tournament. You need me to repopulate your kind." The women's eyes darkened, some with hunger, some with desperation. Violet eyes leaned close, whispering softly, but her words carried heat. "You see now, human, it is not just desire. It is destiny. Without you, our kind will vanish. With you. Her hand grazed his chest. We thrive. He swallowed hard, caught between guilt and fire. But why fight each other? If your people need this so badly, why not share? The arena grew deadly quiet. Crimson Hair hissed, her voice sharp as a blade. Because only one clan may rise. If all 6 bear your child, war begins. Blood would spill across every world. But if one alone claims you, her clan rules all. The truth struck him like lightning. This wasn't only about saving a species. It was about power. He shook his head slowly. So that's it. I'm not just a savior, I'm a crown. Whoever carries my child becomes queen. The women stared at him, their silence confirming everything. Silver Hair whispered, almost pleading now. Don't think of it as slavery. Human, think of it as legacy. You could be the father of a new empire. He laughed bitterly, though his throat was dry. Some legacy, being fought over like a trophy in a breeding contest. But Violet Eyes leaned even closer, her lips brushing against his ear. Her voice was a mix of sorrow and wicked teasing. Tell me then, if we are desperate, if our survival depends on it, would you really say no? Or would you let us take what we need? And maybe what you secretly want? His body betrayed him again. The heat in his chest, the trembling in his hands, the hunger he tried to deny. They saw it. They all saw it. Crimson Hair smirked darkly. Look at him, he burns already. He won't last until the final trial. The tallest one raised her staff once more. The final battle is tomorrow. The winner takes him. The loser fades into history, the human stomach twisted. Tomorrow his fate would be sealed. Tomorrow one of them would carry his child. But deep inside, another thought burned hotter than the fear. What if one of them breaks tonight, before the final trial, and takes me anyway? Cliffhanger question for comments. Should the human give in to one desperate alien tonight? Or hold out until the final battle decides his fate? Asterisk, the arena shook with the sound of drums. The human stood at the center, chest tight, sweat running down his back. Around him, the 6 alien women gathered for the last time. Their robes had been replaced with armor that shimmered like fire and ice, each glowing with the colors of her clan. The tallest one raised her staff high. This is the final trial. Only one may claim him. Only one shall carry the seed that shapes the future. The human clenched his fists. He wasn't just afraid now. He was angry. Angry that his life had become a prize. Angry that his choice had been stolen. But as the women circled, he realized something dangerous. The real choice might still be his. The fight erupted. Violet Eyes struck first, her blade flashing blue. Crimson Hair met her with fire, sparks bursting into the air. Silver Hair darted through shadows, her glowing tattoos burning brighter. Golden Eyes roared, her weapon spinning in blinding arcs. The others slammed together in a storm of claws, staffs, and light. The human watched, heart hammering, heat rising inside him. They weren't just fighting for honor. They were fighting for his body, his seed, his future. And every glance they stole at him between strikes reminded him. They weren't only warriors. They were women. Hungry women. The battle raged until the floor cracked under their power. Finally, only 2 remained standing, Violet Eyes and Crimson Hair. Both battered, breathing heavy, eyes wild. They circled each other. Blood on their lips, desire burning hotter than fury. Violet spat. He belongs to me, Crimson growled. Not while I breathe. Their weapons clashed one last time, the sound splitting the air. Sparks exploded. And when the dust cleared, only Violet remained standing. The arena fell silent. She dropped her weapon, chest heaving, eyes locked on the human. Slowly, she walked toward him. Her robe slid loose, revealing skin that shimmered in the dim light. "You see now, human," she whispered, reaching out to touch his face. "I fought for you. I bled for you. I am the one who deserves you." The tallest one nodded. "The trials are over. The human is hers." But before Violet could claim him, the human raised his hand. "Wait!" Everyone froze. His voice shook, but his words cut sharp. "You fought for me like I'm a crown, but I'm not just a prize. I'm a man. And maybe the real choice is mine," the woman gasped. Some in fury, some in shock, some in secret hope. Violet's hand trembled on his cheek. "Then tell us, human, who do you choose?" The chamber burned with silence. 6 women, beautiful, desperate, broken and fierce, stared at him, waiting for his answer. His lips parted. His heart pounded. His eyes moved across each of them, and then, slowly, he smiled. "Maybe I don't choose just one." Their gasps echoed through the arena, anger and desire mixing like fire and storm. The rules, the tournament, the sacred traditions had just shattered all of them with one line. The tallest one gripped her staff. "Human, do you understand what you've done?" He looked at Violet, Crimson, Silver, all of them, and whispered with a wicked grin, "Maybe I want to see how many of you can really handle me." The arena roared with chaos. Final cliffhanger question for comments. If you were the human, would you pick just one alien woman? Or take the risk of claiming all 6?